everyone, so this week I've decided to do a little bit of a different video. I've decided to do a tag, but properly this time, not like the boyfriend tag. So I've decided to do the Doctor Who tag. So as you can probably see with the posters behind me, I'm quite a big fan of Doctor Who, and I was watching Charlie Is So Cool like the other day and I saw that he did a Doctor Who tag, so I thought, why not? I'll also just say before I start. Just appreciate that, please. This is just like one of many Doctor Who mugs that I have. I also have one where you pour hot water into it, and then on one side it's in the, like the TARDIS in the street, and then you pour hot water into it and then it appears in space and it disappears from it, so it's like anyway. I'll just start. Okay, so the first question is, who is your favourite Doctor? So my favourite Doctor is David Tennant by a long way. So I just love the chemistry that he has with his companions, but I also have a very soft spot for Matt Smith. So he's a close second, or they're tie first. I'll go with tie first because I really can't really choose between all of them. I mean, between the two of them, because David Tennant and Matt Smith, they're just my favourites. Just for different reasons. David Tennant with the chemistry that he has with his companions, Matt Smith for the same reason, but also because he did such a brilliant job from taking over from David Tennant, since they were such big shoes to fill. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why he's my favourite. The next question is, what is your favourite Doctor Who story? So I do quite like, is it Angels Take Manhattan? I don't really remember what it's called, but the one with like Amy and Rory's last episode. I loved that episode, except I cry every time I see it. Just because like it was like so much suspense. I loved it. But not too much to scare me, but enough to like it, if that makes sense. Who is your favourite companion? So my favourite companion would be Donna Noble, just because I like the chemistry that David Tennant and Catherine Tate have. It's really presented on screen because they're friends off screen, you can tell, and plus everyone knows that. But it's really projected onto the screen and you can see it, and like the way they talk to each other is, I don't know, I just love it so much. And another one of my favourite companions is, this is more just like an honourable mention, is Craig. So even though he was only in like 2 episodes or 3 episodes, or maybe even 4, I don't know, only in a few episodes with Matt Smith, I loved their chemistry. I just love that little bromance that's going on there. Great humour, and I love it. So that's another one of my favourite companions, if you count him, that is. What was the first Doctor Who story that you watched? When I was a lot younger, probably maybe grade 1, they were repeating the older series on TV, and my dad, who was also a huge Doctor Who fan, he got the whole family to watch it. So the first episode I ever watched was the very first episode that was made. I'm pretty sure it was the one with the cavemen and the very first Doctor, and yeah, that was the first ever episode that I ever saw. What is your favourite series? One of my favourite series is Series 4 with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, just because of their, like I said before, their relationship on screen. I just love so much. And I also quite like Series 5 as well, but Series 4 is by far one of my favourites. What is my favourite TARDIS desktop theme? Probably the one before the one that we have now, so Matt Smith's TARDIS. I do quite like David Tennant's TARDIS, except I preferred Matt Smith's TARDIS. So not the one, like the newer one that Peter Capaldi has as one, but the one in between the two, if that makes sense. And I'm hoping you know which one I'm talking about. That's my favourite so far. What is your favourite villain or monster? I don't really have a favourite. I have a least favourite, which is the Cybermen, because if you think about it, they're the worst ones. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, the angels are the scariest. No, they're not. Just because you can't see them, like the whole leading up to it, that's pretty freaky. Except you get zapped back to another time, which chances are you're going to survive. So as much as that will be like really horrible, as you're not going to see any of your friends and family anymore, you're still alive, and that's the main thing. Whereas for Cybermen, for example, which are my least favourite, the whole process of becoming a Cyberman is scary. you probably know some of it, what's going on, and if anything goes wrong in that process of becoming a Cyberman, pretty much you're a goner because you know what's happened to you, there's nothing you can really do about it, so you'll just have to self-destruct, so it's a more painful way of dying. Whereas, for example, Daleks, like, yes, it looks painful, however, it'll be over in an instant, so that would be alright. And same with, like, other things as well. I just can't think of anything worse than... I actually can't think of anything worse than Cybermen. If, like, leave a comment down below if you think there's anything worse than Cybermen, except I tend to disagree. Try and convince me otherwise, but nah, I'm sticking with Cybermen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this week. I hope you enjoyed this sort of a video. Comment down below or give it a thumbs up if you want to see more of these videos. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next week. Bye!